Close, he's coming. Okay, Doc, he's all yours, Doc. He's headed for Gino's. Got him.
I'll tell you when I get you out of space.
Hey, boss. He's coming right at you.
He made us.
Graaka. Disgrace us all, brother.
Frontier isn't any different than life back on Earth. When you find friends you can trust, you stick by them no matter what. Because sometimes when things are tough, friends are all you've got.
Salat Graaka. Zylyn. You disgrace our tribe. You discuss me the filth you worked for.
And what filth is that, Zylyn?
We know you commit murder for Isogul. He's no friend of the Graaka Karlat. He's the foremost crime lord in the Parsi.
I shall have to make his acquaintance.
He will use you, and when he is done, he will put you in the void.
And what of the filth you work for?
I serve the light, as have all the followers of the web since the Dark Lord arose.
The web is a religion of weakness. Graakas must re-embrace their true nature, or our people will wither and die.
I know my true nature. I love the light and still embrace the dark.
You tell yourself children's lies, Graaka. Violence is the milk in our veins. We are warriors.
No! You're more than that.
Are we?
There is more to Graaka nature than fierceness and violence. There is more light in you, Karlat, than you know. If you were Graaka of true honor, you would kill yourself.
Stand clear. If you are real Graaka, you would do it for me.
Don't know how close I am.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for seeing me. Come on.
There is absolutely nothing of interest for you here, Isogul.
But everything is of interest to me, Commander. I would miss all of this intrigue for the world.
This isn't about intrigue. This is about justice.
What is your justice? A symbol of an ambiguous morality. Nothing more. I don't believe we have been properly introduced.
Special Prosecutor Murdoch.
Councilman Murdoch. He's the head of the new Central Task Force on Crime. He's here investigating your activities. Isogul.
Investigate my activities? But, Colonel, why didn't you ever tell me? You know how I enjoy this sort of drama. You see, Mr. Murdoch, there is a certain deliciousness in being suspected of so much evil. It is almost a sensual pleasure to meet you, Mr. Murdoch.
It won't be next time, when I have an arrest warrant in my hand.
Please. Do you think I do not know election year politics when I see it? And who is making political hay off my name this year?
This has nothing to do with politics, Isogul. We had a witness ready to give testimony to put you away. You had him killed.
Yes, I do remember hearing about a poor, unfortunate Graaka being held in a detention cell here, which is the reason why I came. You see, I would like to pay his bail, knowing what ill will the people of Fort Hope have towards Graakas. I thought it was the compassionate thing to do. No one else will help him.
Especially since we know he works for you.
An honest, hard-working businessman like myself employ a Graaka? Never. They are entirely too unpredictable and completely lacking in subtlety. No, Mr. Weiss. When I attack, you will never feel the knife before it's too late. Commander.
Attention all ground personnel. Attention all ground personnel.
He's even stranger than I expected.
When he attacks.
What did he mean by that?
Exactly what he said, Mr. Murdoch.
Mr. Murdoch,
Yeah, registered.
I'm Daniel Kincaid.
Oh, you must be the man Commander Chenault assigned to assist me.
No, I'm Daniel Kincaid. General Kincaid's son.
Oh, well, how are you, Daniel?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. I thought that you were still at,
New Annapolis?
Yes.
No, I came out here this year.
Excellent. It's good to see you, Daniel.
Yeah.
Attention transfer. Attention transfer. Failed verified. Release authorized.
I can't believe he made bail.
I received your message.
I have contemplated your words.
Truth lives. Are you prepared to do what's right?
Yes.
Thank you, Karlat.
Seek your vengeance quickly. You sleep only for seconds. And when awakes, you'll be more violent than Zylyn lightning.
Would you like to see what it is we are going to do with him?
I won't watch another Graaka murdered. Even this one.
I do not think you will have to, my friend. You will remember nothing, Graaka. You will know only the shame of the damned. You are mine, Zylyn.
Tried to arrest me, technically tore my arm off. But two of my guys in med bay.
Zylyn, stop! Zylyn, it's me!
Put that thing down.
It's me, Boon! It's you!
Trash in this place?
All right, it's over with. Come on. Come on, everybody go back to where they were. Go have that arm checked, all right, Paul?
What happened?
They say I murdered this man. I remember nothing.
So tell him you didn't do it.
Did you not hear me? I said my memory was dark.
So what was the last thing you do remember?
Someone told me Karlat was waiting. I met Karlat. The next thing I knew, my hands were at your throat.
They're saying you murdered Karlat.
If I dishonored myself, I will do what a Graaka must do.
Zylyn, don't you ever say that to me. I'll straighten this thing out. I promise you.
This is an election year, Mr. Boon. If we don't handle this case properly, our treaty with the Graakas goes up in smoke.
You're talking about politics. I'm talking about a ranger's life.
No, Ken. You're talking about a ranger accused of murder.
He'll kill himself before he's turned into a central freak show. And that's exactly what'll happen. They'll probably sell tickets to the damn thing.
Captain Boon is right. I'm not going to let Central railroad one of my rangers. This comes under our jurisdiction, and I see no reason why the trial shouldn't happen here.
Forgive me, Commander, but how can you possibly...
Yes, I know. I know what you're going to say. How can I possibly be an impartial judge? I'm going to remove myself from the case. And I'm assigning Colonel Weiss to preside over the trial. He's a lawyer, and as my second in command, he's a legal representative of the law on the frontier.
Commissioner Note, I appreciate your confidence. But...
Colonel, if I did not have the utmost faith in you, I wouldn't have appointed you.
In the interests of justice, then, I'll do it. But I must warn you all, I will be scrupulously fair. I'll show no bias toward either the political goals of Central or the fraternal cause of the Rangers.
No. I will not prosecute this case here.
The trial is happening here as soon as everyone can be ready.
Well, they couldn't nail Isogul, so they're gonna fry a Graaka.
Wonderful. Damn it, I knew it! That's exactly the kind of political bull my father used to scream about.
Hey, listen, kid. It sucks, even if you don't grow up with it.
I hope I've done the right thing in pushing for a speedy trial.
What are you talking about, boss?
We're not going to lose. What we need to be thinking about is hiring the best attorney we can get.
She's right. And a good lawyer is going to cost a hell of a lot of money out of you, boss.
There's 15,000 in my pension.
I got $5,000 in my pension and about 600 in credits.
5,600, huh, Jojo? If I knew that you were that loaded, I would ask you to marry me.
You asked. Turned you down, remember?
Was that you? Well, I guess then, I won't have no use for these little puppies, huh?
Ice diamonds.
Poker pays, you know?
I guess.
I'm good at it.
Well, guys, I have 40,000 in my trust fund.
40,000. Is that all? That's right. We'll take it.
Well, let's hope we've got enough. Defending a Graaka isn't gonna come cheap.
Boss, with this kind of dough, we could defend a till and a hunt. And we win.
How is she?
Relax, boss. She'll be here. She said she would be here. She'll be here.
She better be.
Captain Boon?
You must be Maddie. Can I buy you a drink or something?
I'm sorry I can't stay. I came to tell you that I can't defend your friend. I know that half of the lawyers at the fort have turned you down, and I can't afford to take the risk to my reputation by defending a Graaka, especially in a small community like Fort Hope.
So what'd you bother coming down here for?
Because I understand prejudice, Mr. Boon. Look, there are others here who will take your money, but they'll never do anything for it. Nobody wants to be known as the one who defended a Graaka.
I can't believe I'm hearing this from you.
Don't sit in judgment until you know what it's like, Mr. Boon.
Well, I'm getting a good idea what it's like. What are we supposed to do?
Get somebody from Central. Spend your money well. And I am sorry.
You know, I never thought I'd see the day when a lawyer swam away from money.
I do not believe this.
That was our last shot.
Take up to a month to get someone here from Central.
Zylyn's not going to last that long.
Hey, Cap?
What? Well, you guys are out of your mind.
We had to take law to become a captain, right?
It was a 3-month course.
Vote for Boon.
Yeah, me too.
Here's the deal, Cap. Were you not the one that wanted to push the trial up so we get this done with Quinn?
I'm not qualified.
I'll help you.
Well, thanks, Doc. That'll be a big help. What do you know about law?
I was in a few courtrooms during my wayward youth. And besides, if we don't do it, who the hell else is gonna?
Well, if we do it and fail, it'll cost Zylyn his life.
We'll not do it.
Zylyn, how can you refuse to testify at your own trial?
To testify about something I don't remember would be a lie. Break every vow I made as a Graaka priest.
I don't get it. Have you ever had a memory lapse before?
Never.
These blackouts, is it something that happens to a Graaka when they go into a rage?
I've never experienced such a rage, so I don't know. But all my work as a priest revolves around controlling such emotions.
Has it ever happened to another Graaka before?
It's possible that my flood of emotions obliterated my memory. It has been known to happen, yes.
Zylyn, you gotta say something. If you won't say you're guilty and you won't say you're innocent, what are you gonna tell them?
Nothing. Truth is unknown. I will not testify. And As my friend, you will not ask me.
You're in space trade.
Speak right, save the money. I told them they should have never let Graakas in here. They got no place working with humans.
Human means a bigot like you.
It ain't bigotry if it's true.
We can begin when everyone's ready.
Zylyn, how do you plead to the charge of murder? Guilty or not guilty?
Zylyn, did you hear me?
Boss, you got into a plea.
I plead not guilty.
It's very nice, Captain Boon. However, you're not on trial.
Colonel, sir.
Your Honor.
Your Honor, Zylyn pleads not guilty.
Thank you, Captain Boon.
We'll get the hang of this, Cap.
Just let me get in the rhythm here.
Court reporter at...
Proceed, Mr. Murdoch.
Your Honor, if it please the court, the prosecution will show that a ranger of the Graaka race, Zylyn, enraged at the apparent participation of a fellow Graaka in a suspected criminal enterprise, took justice into his own hands. When he saw that his fellow Graaka Karlat had been released on bail, his emotions became uncontrollable, and he murdered him.
We will show, Colonel, Your Honor, that due to his deep spiritual belief, Zylyn could not have killed another Graaka. Could not, in fact, have killed any living thing except in self-defense. We will prove that he was lured into being made to look like a murderer, but that, in fact, the murder was committed by someone else. I just wish I knew how I was going to do that.
Makes two of us, boss.
Oh, you did great today, Boon. Keep it up and Weiss will recruit you for legal division.
All I have to do is remember to call him Your Honor. I kept calling him Colonel all morning.
Hey, that's all right, boss. Anybody be a little bit nervous with Weiss as judge.
All right, so we know the day Graaka was working for Isogul. Anybody got a clue how to prove that?
Good evening, Counselor. That was a very persuasive opening argument you made this morning. Regardless of what other people say, I think it's a noble thing you're doing. Daniel, when was the last time I saw you?
It was my 18th birthday.
Right. That was quite a party your dad put together for you. I'll see you all in court tomorrow.
Hey, Kincaid. I wasn't aware of the fact that you knew Murdoch.
Yeah. Who let Isogul out of his cell?
Good evening, Captain Boon. I understand you gave a unique opening argument this morning. Do you know why we do not have these trials by jury on my home planet? Because no one would ever agree to put their fate in the hands of 12 people who were not clever enough to get excused.
Tell me something, Isogul. What's the occasion? I can't remember the last time I saw you slumming in a place like Gino's.
Merely contemplating the future, Captain Boon.
Why don't you visit Zylyn on level D? I have a feeling you'll be taking his place before long.
Where did you learn such rapier wit? I fairly shiver with fear.
Hey, Kincaid.
Oh, by the way, I'm writing a poem in honor of the trial. There is something poetic, don't you think? About a Graaka starting and ending life from a single cell.
Captain, no! That's what he wanted!
Thank you, Captain Boon. Your fury and suspicion overwhelm me. I haven't enjoyed such pleasure in weeks.
I do.
Dr. Mimmer, you were involved in the murder victim's autopsy, were you not?
Yes.
Would you please tell the court when he died?
We established the time of death was within 3 minutes of when the body was discovered.
Well, it's not really possible then, as the defense would have you believe, that Karlat could have been killed in another place and then his body moved to the murder scene in some sort of elaborate setup to frame Zylyn.
No, but...
Thank you, Doctor. Oh, you know quite a lot about the Graaka race, don't you?
Yes. Alien life forms are my specialty.
Are you familiar with Central's bilateral report on the Graaka problem?
Come on, I've read that report. Colonel, all that report...
Captain Boon, sit down. If you have an objection...
Yeah, I've got a big objection.
Cap.
That study is full of...
Cap. Sit down, huh?
If you have an objection, you'll make it properly or not at all.
Your Honor, we're sorry. We do object.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that that study was a crock. If it pleased the court, that study was conducted by a bunch of Central boneheads who never once stepped foot on a frontier planet. It's filled with misinformation and has absolutely nothing to do with the innocence of our client.
Facts which might prove your client's guilt are also permitted. Proceed, Mr. Murdoch.
Dr. Mimmer, would you please explain to the court why Graakas wear this special collar that we see around Zylyn's neck?
The yoke acts to slow down the electrical synapse firings of the central nervous system as they feed here into the brain.
Making their emotional swings more easily managed.
Yes.
Doctor, does the yoke completely eliminate emotions?
No, it just makes them more manageable.
So, what you're saying, Doctor, is that there is a possibility that Zylyn was so overcome with rage at the release of a Graaka accused of murder that the yoke was unable to properly restrain his emotions, and so he killed.
Objection. Mimmer didn't say that. He's putting words in his mouth, Colonel.
Do you mean that prosecution is leading the witness?
Yes, Your Honor. I mean to say that the prosecution is leading the witness.
Sustained.
Thank you.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Nice job, Johnny.
Court is recessed until tomorrow afternoon.
Jojo told me I'd find you here.
This is where Zylyn comes when he wants to be alone.
I was a child, John, when my father first brought me to this planet.
When I was a kid, I used to dream of coming to the frontier. Now I get so caught up in what I do. Sometimes I forget where I am.
Like now.
They've got us, Chief. I can't seem to find a shred of evidence to refute the prosecution.
My father envisioned such a world out here, where people of all different races and cultures would live and work together. That's still worth fighting for, isn't it, John? May I interrupt?
Clearance approved.
Would you like me to have some of your things brought to you here?
I have nothing that would bring warmth to a prison cell, Commander, but thank you.
I thought things went pretty well today.
Boon,
I'm sorry, I was just trying.
I appreciate your feelings, Commander. You put your reputation on the line by being a Graaka into the Corps. I've let you down.
How have you let me down?
In my mind, there is only darkness.
Then you let me tell you when you've let me down.
It is not only I who am on trial. It is all Graakas. If I'm found guilty, then all Graakas are guilty. And you too will share in my guilt.
Then testify.
I cannot.
If you won't testify for yourself, then do it for your people. And for me.
The defense would like to call upon Zylyn to testify.
Zylyn? Zylyn? Do you agree to testify?
Yes.
Zylyn, are you the only Graaka serving with the Rangers?
No, there are 4 others.
5 Graakas in all. Has there ever been a problem with the Graaka Rangers staging an unprovoked attack?
Never. This is against the basic precepts of our religion.
Could you tell the court about becoming a missionary?
A Graaka lives for 300 Earth years. If you wish to become a priest, you must study for 100 years. The second 100 years, you serve others as a Graaka missionary.
So during your 100 years of service, are there any special rules you have to follow?
Always serve with heart, to defend universal peace, and never take a mortal life unless in self-defense or to defend an innocent life.
And what is the penalty if any of these rules are broken?
Ritual suicide, no exceptions.
Could you tell the court of your special skill? You're an empath, aren't you?
Yes.
What does that mean? Can you read minds?
No, I perceive emotional states.
So you can sense what someone's feeling?
Lately, I find it difficult to read emotions since
the events surrounding this trial?
Impressions come and go.
But could you try for the court? Like me, what am I feeling right now?
You're nervous.
You're right. I am nervous. What about Commander Chenault? What's she feeling?
Fear. Fear rules her heart.
Fear?
For my fate.
What about Mr. Murdoch?
I cannot read his emotions.
No, I've only seen that when he's completely exhausted.
So as you can see, Your Honor, Graakas are not just governed by rage, but are sensitive to all emotions. No more questions, Your Honor.
Good job, Johnny.
You are late, Mr. Murdoch.
This is a godforsaken place.
You have yet to realize the possibilities of its pleasures. The time has come, my friend, to shift the focus from the Graaka onto Commander Chenault. Doom her. I have the influences to see that you will run Fort Hope.
This is a dangerous game, Isogul.
Back out now. I will swallow your soul.
Commander Chenault, how long have you been head of Fort Hope?
12 years.
And in your capacity as commander, you oversee many of the fort's operations, correct?
I oversee them all.
Including the Rangers?
Especially the Rangers, you know that.
Commander, would you tell the court how Graakas came to be admitted into the Ranger Corps?
It was proposed to Central that because of their exemplary missionary work, they be admitted into the Corps. It was something Graakas had wanted for a very long time.
Commander Chenault, you say it was proposed. In fact, it was you who made the proposal, wasn't it?
Yes, I was one of many people who made the initial proposal.
Excuse me, Commander. But weren't you the only person to make that proposal?
Yes, but other people immediately...
Commander, when you made this proposal, what was the reaction at Central?
It was met with some skepticism.
Skepticism? Wouldn't outrage be closer to the truth, Commander?
The Graaka Ranger is an established program operating with the...
Excuse me, Commander. The Graaka Ranger program is still an experimental program, and one that has caused great divisions in the Ranger Corps and at Central. Is that not correct, Commander?
It depends on how you look at it, Mr. Murdoch.
The Graaka Ranger program has caused deep divisions both at Central and in the Ranger Corps. Is that not correct, Commander?
Yes.
Excuse me, Commander, I didn't hear you.
Yes. Mr. Murdoch, what does any of this have to do with the guilt or innocence of this man? Is this a murder trial or a policy tribunal?
Unfortunately, Commander, whether you or I like it, it appears to have become both.
There are people around here that have just been itching to get rid of the Graakas since the first time they laid foot on this place.
I'm beginning to wonder if it's Graakas they're after.
Not to mention Murdoch and the way he grilled Chenault.
Yeah, what was that all about? It was like she was the one who was on trial. Now, this whole thing just doesn't make any sense from the start. Karlat sends a message to Zylyn. Zylyn goes to meet him, decides to kill him, and then doesn't remember anything that happened. Come on.
There's something wrong with Murdoch.
What do you mean?
Like he's remembering my 18th birthday party. I didn't have a party that year. And I know because my father was stationed out at Centura X.
What was it that Isogul said when he was here the other night?
About his poem?
No. When I asked him what he was doing here.
Yeah, he was contemplating the future.
That was it, contemplating a future. It's like he knew something was going to happen. Sounds like he's got somebody in his back pocket.
This is insane. We can't do this.
I know you have your old man's access. So
yeah, I know I do, but it's... Man, this is a bad idea. If someone realizes, and they will, that there's a hacker on Central's main computer bank, we're all going to be eating prison soup.
Good, we'll keep Zylyn company.
All right, look. The minute we tap in, there's a clock on the security system. We got maybe 60 seconds before they make us.
Just do it.
Temporary access granted.
You're in. All right. Pull up Murdoch's file. Magna cum laude, married at 23, law school, divorced at 38. All right, give me the employment records. Military pilot, retired. Lawyer for Alien Immigrations Department.
Cap, you got 30 seconds.
Just a minute. Let me see the Immigrations Department records.
Cap, there's nothing here. It's a dead end.
Give me a photograph. Damn it, come on. Talk. What's your secret here?
What else, Boon? We're pushing it.
That's it. I'm getting off.
No. Give me an old picture. Something from college.
Are you kidding? We don't have time.
Come on, just do it. Give me a copy of the retinal images from both photographs.
10 seconds.
We got it. Nice job, kid. Let's get down to members.
Excuse me, but where's Mr. Boon?
Excuse me, Your Honor?
I repeat, where is Mr. Boon?
Captain Boon, is not here right now. He'll be back in a few minutes. He had to step out. There was some information that he wanted to secure.
You should be here now. The court will not wait to render its verdict. After reviewing all of the evidence, the court is forced to declare Ranger Zylyn guilty.
The defense would like to submit important new evidence, Your Honor.
Mr. Boon, the time for submitting evidence has passed.
This isn't about my client, Your Honor. This is about the prosecuting attorney.
This has nothing to do with the case at hand.
Does the fact that the prosecutor is not the person he says he is have anything to do with this case? Last night, as a result of a number of suspicions, we did a retinal scan of 2 pictures taken of Mr. Murdoch. One recent and one from the academy. The scans did not match, Your Honor. This man is an imposter, we believe, working as an agent.
Your Honor! This is preposterous. There's a quite innocent explanation.
What is it?
I was involved in an accident. I was aboard a transport that went down off Sirianus 9 6 years ago. My eyes were burned, and they gave me a retinal transplant. Now that the defense is finished with their insulting little display, could we finish with this trial, Your Honor?
Of course. The court finds Ranger...
Just a moment. Mr. Murdoch, I think I remember that accident. There were exactly 6 survivors. Is that correct?
Yes, Commander, that is correct.
As I recall, they were all women.
No wonder I can read your feelings. You're not who you say you are.
Take this animal, let me go.
I am not an animal.
He's going to kill me.
Commander Shannon, here is your killer.
Yes, yes!
Arrest that man.
If you value Captain Boone's life, drop that weapon. Now! Captain Boon, my master told me about you, but I had no idea. Your suspicions were so...
Isogul.
Take his gun.
He was trying to escape. Is there some sort of reward?
The reward is that you are going to be prosecuted, my friend, to the full extent of the law, starting now.
How disappointing. I was expecting something more along the lines of a monetary reward.
Lock him up.
All right, listen here. I propose a toast to the best defense counsel in the entire fort.
The best co-counsel.
I think it's great. You and Doc should open up your own law practice.
Oh, yeah, we got it all figured out. We'll represent Isogul, make a few key tactical mistakes in his defense, and he gets light.
Yeah, instead of getting 3 months for shooting off a firearm inside the fort, which is exactly the kind of deal he's going to cut, boss.
Sounds good to me.
It would sound good to you. You're a moron.
But you know, Cap, I don't even care that he's gonna get off. I mean, all I care about is that you cleared Zylyn's name. I don't know what I would have done.
Hey, here comes G-Man now.
Captain.
Where the hell you been?
For you, special gift.
A turtle shell?
I heard you hit Isogul in Gino's bar, so I thought it appropriate to give it to you here. Now you are a true Graaka warrior.
Ah, yes.
I think they look good together.
Yeah, like bookends.